Thug Nation alert. Keep his name on the streets till you lay in the dirt.
Study out after I met Biggie, Ready to Die come out, his whole style changed. Study.
I don't wanna live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. They wanna bury me, I'm worried. I'm losing my mind, look down the barrel of my 9 and my vision's blurry.
He had my album, Me Against the World was the second one. He had the first one.
Stress is building up, I can't believe suicide's on my fucking mind. I wanna leave, damn lost and I'm weary. So many tears, I'm suicidal, so don't stand in me.
Study Why I Will Be Mad.
Ready to Die came out and it sounded like my album. All my album was about, dealing with death.
Only Gab can do it like this.
During the beef, I'm gonna leave out some shit for now because maybe on my deathbed I'm gonna write this. Of course, both of them I was in the middle with a lot of shit, and Biggie said a lot of shit to me about a lot of shit, and because we knew each other from the beginning. But the biggest thing that I think hurt Pac was he gave Biggie Shine an opportunity, and a lot of the things he said, R.I.P. Big, I don't want to shit on nobody's name. A lot of the style, or a lot of the do this, Pac gave to Biggie. There's a song where Biggie's almost rapping like Pac. And I think maybe Big didn't want to acknowledge publicly how much help Pac had gave him as a big brother type of mentor or brotherly type of mentorship. But Pac was definitely frustrated at the fact that he felt like he extended himself to Big, and Big was trying to just run off into the sunset with the fame.
Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab, I'm in the building. And this is Machiavelli Media. Let me give a shout out to my homeboy Pudgee, man. Pudgee was good friends with both Tupac and Biggie. And it took a lot for Pudgee to come out and say that, yes, Biggie borrowed a whole lot from Tupac. Pac put Biggie up on game, put Biggie up on a lot of things, and Biggie just couldn't find it in his heart to give Tupac his credit. And you hear Tupac say 1,000,000 times that he taught Biggie this, he taught Biggie that, took Biggie on the road with him, let Biggie sleep on the couch, and I never once publicly heard Biggie acknowledge Tupac for doing anything. I can't recall hearing Biggie saying that, yeah, Tupac taught me this, yeah, Tupac taught me that, I bought this from Tupac. You know what I mean? I admired this about Tupac, I admired that about Tupac. I never heard him say any of those things publicly. And it just got me to wonder, why is that? If this is a guy that you considered a friend at one point in time, and before the drama, before the beef, I still didn't hear Biggie speak, publicly about Tupac or glowingly about Tupac. Not a single shout out on the albums. And this is a guy who showed you the game, a guy who took you on tour, a guy who put money in your pocket, a guy who gave you a style to run with, and no public mention. I just find that odd. To Pudge's credit, he said, Big would talk to him about a lot of things. Tupac would vent to him about a lot of things, but he would never go back and tell the other one what the other one said. And I can dig that because they both was his homeboys. But as a friend, a neutral friend of both parties, for him to see and acknowledge that, yes, Biggie was taken and taken and taken from Tupac. Even he noticed that Biggie couldn't find the words to come out and say, yes, I borrowed from Pac. Yes, I was influenced by Pac. Yes, I stole from Tupac. I soaked up game. None of that. He just wanted to act like he invented the wheel. He discovered America. He pulled the Christopher Columbus. I did this all by myself. And, you know, Pac was very disappointed by that because Tupac didn't have to lend a hand to Biggie at all. You know, he was already established. He was already a household name. He was already a multimedia person. Movies and music. And here he is, helping a guy on a Jumpstart label, up-and-coming label. Bad Boy Records was not established yet. And Tupac is this mega star, and he's got, you know, basically an unsigned artist hanging around with him, giving him game. You hear Pac say, Big, don't rap for the niggas, rap for the, you know what I mean, the females. Because the brothers want what the like. Put him up on game, then you got Biggie going, baby, baby. Biggie just took it all and ran with it. No thank yous. And you know what I realized in this game, man? People don't owe you nothing, man. When you give something, you got to expect it to be gone. You would think when you give from the heart, people will return back from the heart. But a lot of times they don't. And you wind up being more disappointed in the fact like, wow, I can't believe I did this for them and I got nothing. Not even a thank you. That's when you realize, you know what, when you're going to do it, just do it and say goodbye. In those regards, and if, you know, if it come back and they look out for you like, oh, boy, good looking, you know what I mean? And they 9 times out of 10, they'll tell you, hey, man, I never forgot what you did for me. That's how it should be. But in a lot of cases, you don't even get a thank you. That's probably what bugged Tupac out the most. That he know, that Biggie know what he did for him. And we ain't even going to get into the quad shooting thing. Because you know Pac was like, he owed me more than to turn his back and act like he ain't know they was about to blow my brains out. All I did for him, that's how he paid me back. But it was just a fact. You know that when Biggie got his success and people was calling Big King of New York and he had a cover of magazines and all of that, you know Pac wanted to hear Biggie say, yo, shout outs to my homie Tupac for holding me down, showing me the ropes, put me up on things. Thug life. It's all that man wanted to hear. That would have been music to his ears. But no, he couldn't even get that out of Biggie. I don't know if there was Puffy right there with him, you know, had him handcuffed, but strange, man. I mean, you would expect more from somebody you gave so much to. You know, you lended yourself so much to this individual, you would expect a lot more in return. Not even to mention. And he was saying stuff like, yo, Pac, stay strong, you know, while Pac was locked up. But like I said, no public mention of all the game you borrowed from Tupac. Not a peep. I don't know, man. I got a question for y'all. They say copying is the biggest form of flattery. Should Tupac have been offended that he had to change his whole album? That's right. He had an album before Me Against the World that was about to come out on the heels of Biggie's Ready to Die. And Pac said it was his whole album. He said Ready to Die copied his whole album to the point where he had to go back, scratch the release. A lot of those songs came out on the Are You Still Down album that came on after Tupac's death. He had to change all those songs around and give Interscope Me Against the World. And you know what? God don't make no mistakes, because a lot of people say Me Against the World is Tupac's best album, hands down. So everything worked out the way it was supposed to. But Tupac had to change his whole album because Biggie had basically copied it. You know, Tupac' whole album was dealing with stress, street life, macking chicks, and, you know, depression, suicidal thoughts, and death. That was the whole premise of Biggie's Ready to Die album. Did Biggie steal the album? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section. This is Machiavelli Media. I'm your homie Gab. I need you guys to subscribe to the channel. Please share and like this video. And oh yeah, I'm signing off. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.